Happy Friday, people. Welcome back for another in-depth discussion about another song off the project. This one's for you, Dad, which is available now everywhere music is sold, everywhere music can be heard, music can be streamed. Make sure to check that out. This week we at track number 11, which is titled Legendary. Legendary is one of my favorite songs on the album. Legendary is like it give you that. That's one of them songs. It's like a performance record, right? Like it's one of them records. Like soon as I got the beat, like the first thing I thought about was like, you know what I mean, like headlining a huge concert in my hometown, Buffalo, New York, KeyBank Arena. You know, everybody is anticipation. You know what I mean, and just waiting on the next performer to come out or waiting for me to come out, and you know what I mean, all the lights turn out in the building, and that beat just dropped. You know what I mean? Like, that's just one of them records, man. And when I open up the track with, your idea of me ain't up to me to live up to. You fantasize to real life, get introduced. Foot soldier, look at the scars in my boots. School of hard knocks, I passed by the skin of my tooth. Like that was again, like I said, I've been telling you guys this every week for like the past 2 or 3 weeks. This is the part of the album where I'm really in my bag, like as far as like with the lyrics. Like if I must say so myself, like I impressed myself. You know what I mean? With at this point from about track 5, 6 on, like the whole album, really, but like from 6 on, it was like I had verses in there that was like, man, like I impressed myself. Like I listen to it and forget it's me. You know what I mean? But yeah, like that track Legendary, man, it's one of those. It's a performance record, and the title itself, Legendary, is you know, it plays to the title of the project, which is this one's for you, Dad. Everybody who knows, who've been paying attention to whatever I do, uh, know how much my pops mean to me, and you know what I'm saying. So whenever I think of, you know what I mean, like it gotta be legendary. Like whenever I think that, yo, I gotta leave a mark. You know what I'm saying? I gotta have an impact. You know what I mean? The first person I think of is my pops, because like with these last two, with this week, with Legendary, and then next week, I'm gonna give you guys some real in-depth like stories, you know what I mean? And one thing that, you know, from a Legendary standpoint with my pops, I remember you know, you know, it's like last year, and shout out to my cousin Kelly Funderburk, my cousin Kelly Funderburk Sr. For anybody who knows us Funderburks, you know that Kelly is like the pinnacle. Like he's like, for us Funderburks, he's that he is the Funderburk. Like he's one of them guys. He know judges, and he know people he ain't got no business knowing, that can get you out of a jam if need be. You know what I mean? From a street aspect, and also he got those, you know what I mean, those connections, those relationships in the high ups that will help you get out of a jam as well. So he's like one of them family members that you can call on for whatever you need, and whatever level it's on, whether it be on the street level, whether it be on the legal level, or just plain on advice. So you know what I mean? Me and my cousin, we talk often. You know what I mean? We talk really, we talk often. And we just call each other for no reason a lot of times. So one thing he does with my Funderburg side of the family, he always makes sure to throw at least 3 to 4 events a year. You know what I mean? Rather it be, so it be skating for the kids, it be bowling, um, it might be a boat ride. You know what I mean? Now the boat ride is not, it's not just for family. Like it's for people with connections, you know what I mean, to people who run the boat ride. So, you know, he makes sure to pull our family in that. And he always makes sure he throws a big family barbecue at the end of the summer every summer. So this particular story, we was going bowling. And one thing he does with bowling is he'll book the bowling alley on a Sunday on the Bills game, so we can all watch the Bills game as a family, eat, laugh, joke, kick it. You know what I mean? So this it was actually last year. So this particular Sunday, he booked the transit bowling alley. So for anybody who knows that bowling alley, it's a real nice bowling alley in Buffalo, New York, and it has a bowling alley for like the general public, and then it has another bowling alley, like, you know what I mean, like tucked away, like, you know, off to the side, that's like for things like this, for private parties, events, whatever. You know, you get your own set of like 20 lanes, you get your own bar, etc., etc. You away from the general public. So, you know, we was going to this, you know, the event was coming up. So like maybe like 3 or 4 days before the event, you know, he called me one day. So, you know, I pick up the phone, what's going on, cuz, da. So we talking. And he told me, it's like, yo, man, he was like, he said, I'm gonna let you know this now. He said, but on Sunday, you know, I'm gonna pull, I'm gonna pull you and your brother and your sister aside. And you know what I mean? And I'm telling you in advance, just because, you know, I always talk to you, but I just want to let you know that I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna pull y'all to the side, and I just want y'all three to know that I'm extremely proud of y'all for remaining close and sticking together through all the shit that y'all been through. Because y'all been through a lot of shit. You know what I mean? And you know, it's not easy for, you know, siblings to remain close during a time like how y'all went through, because you know it's no secret. Like I said, you know, my father passed away April 20th. Then my grandmother, my mother's mom, passed away on the very same day, like 5 hours later. So, you know what I mean? End up having to have a double funeral, everything like that. And for those of y'all out there that ever lost somebody close, whether it be a family member, close friend, significant other, anything like that, y'all know what I'm about to say. So what I'm about to say is for the people who have not went through that, because it is some people that I know in my life that's blessed enough to have never lost anybody. And so when you lose somebody close, a lot of times it just be a lot of bullshit. Like with like after the passing, it'd be a lot of drama, it'd be a lot of bullshit. You know what I mean? So now when you working on an obituary, you know what I mean? I'm gonna put all my kids' names in there, but I'm not gonna put my brother's kids in there because I'm mad at him because of what he did. So now he may be mad at me, and now he gonna get the, you know, he gonna do his best. He gonna like put forth his best effort to say something that just break my heart. So it'll just, you know, well, that's why he really wasn't your father, or that's why she really wasn't your mother. And it just be a lot of bullshit with like going through that. You know what I mean? So, you know, he just was telling me, he was like, you know, I just want to let y'all know, like, he's like, even though I'm letting you know this now on the phone, you know, I want to let you know in your face. And I want all three of y'all to be there. I want to let all three of y'all know in y'all face. I want to look y'all in your eye and tell y'all. So I'm like, man, I'm like, wow, you know what I mean? Like, appreciate that, cuz, you know what I mean? Thank you. That mean a lot coming from you, and it do. Because as I just told you guys, my cousin Kelly, he's the pinnacle as far as like, you know, my Thunderbird side, man. Like, he's the pinnacle. He is the glue to the family. So, you know, the Sunday comes, and you know, he told me, it's like, yo, I'm gonna wait to halftime, and you know what I mean. So the Sunday comes, we was playing the New York Jets in New Jersey, right? So, halftime comes along, you know what I mean? And by this time, I'm forgetting that he even about to do this. So I'm around my family, I'm talking, I'm excited about the game. Ah, da, 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 da. So he called me like, yo, so when he called me, he already got my brother and my sister. So I'm like, oh, okay, he about to, okay, cool, he about to do this. So he walks us to the separate part. He walks us to the general public part of the bowling alley where nobody was at. You know what I mean? He just wanted to pull us to the side, and you know what I mean. So he pulled us to the side, and you know what I mean. He began to say exactly what he said on the phone. He like, yo, man. He like, I just want to let y'all three know. You know what I'm saying? How proud I am of y'all that y'all remain tight. Y'all talk to each other every other day. Y'all see each other every week. Y'all just remain tight, you know what I mean? Because it's not easy for people that went through the things y'all went through to still remain tight. And he was like, because your dad, and he paused and he just started bawling out crying. So I'm looking and I'm like, man, this is crazy because as I told you guys, this took place last year. My father been gone since 2001. So it was like for somebody to have as big of an impact on somebody 20 plus years later. I'm talking about, and not to put your business out there too much, cuz, but I'm talking about it was to the point you would have thought my pops just passed that day. And I just remember looking like, yo, I want somebody to feel that way about me. I want to have that big of an impact on somebody in this world one day. Because like I said, this story I'm telling you, this happened in last year. And my father been gone since 2001. So that makes 21 years. So for 21 years to go by and you still like have people crying like you just passed that day. That was like it was just another example of like, damn, like my pops was the bomb. You know what I mean? And it was just like, again, like I told you guys before, like when you go through like losses, when you go through situations like that, that's when like the deep dark secrets come out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, well, you shit, he really wasn't shit. He really was doing this, she was doing that. And it was like and now in 22 years of my father being gone, I have never heard of a negative story about my father, like ever. You know what I mean? So that story of my cousin like pulling us to the side, and he was crying so much he couldn't even finish what he wanted to say. Now he already told me on the phone what he was gonna say. That day when he called me and you know what I mean, prepared me for what he was gonna do. We was on the phone for like 20 minutes. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not gonna tell you everything we talked about, but the gist of it was that. You know what I mean? And it was just like, like, and he was gonna go in, but his emotions just got the best of him. And it was just like, man, I want to for somebody to have an impact, that big of an impact on somebody outside of their immediate family, their wife, their kids, their mother. That was legendary to me. And honest to God, like maybe like a week after that happened, that's when I got this beat, Legendary. And when I got this beat, like I said, if the beat don't talk to me, I don't do it. I pass on it. The beat tell me what to say. It tells me what to say. It talks to me. You know what I mean? I have a conversation with the beat. The beat provoke emotion, and I have a conversation with the beat. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, that was the long version of how this particular song Legendary came about. You know what I mean? And the opening, like I said, the opening verse, that was the most important bar on the album. The most important bar on the album. Your idea of me ain't up to me to live up to. Again, that's like another one of them bars you can raise a family on. Because remember, I told you guys last week, the secret to being cool, just be you and be comfortable in your skin. So you know what I'm saying. Like I said, that was the long version of the process that I went through to make that particular record legendary. So that covers this week's episode, if you will, of the in-depth discussions that that I've been having every week for the past 10 weeks now. No, 11 weeks. I'm sorry, my mistake. Next week, final song, people. Good morning, good night. Another special record I hold near and dear to my heart. Uh, so you know, I appreciate you guys, man, for being with me, sticking with me. You know what I mean? Listening to this, being interested. You're like, y'all don't know. Y'all don't know how much y'all don't know how much I appreciate that. You know what I mean? So, I appreciate you guys. Again, this one's for you, Dad, available now. And like I said, the reason why I do this is just to let you know these not just no songs I put together. It was thoughts. It was feelings. It was feelings provoked. You know what I mean? This was well thought out and well planned. And this is just my attempt to let you know that. Appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys next week for track number 12. Good morning, good night. Appreciate you, people.